Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday. How is everyone doing today? Nice, calm day. Everyone's being well. I hope everyone's taking care of themselves and, of course, being safe. I don't know about you, but during all this time, my sweet tooth has been going nuts. And it's so easy to go to the store, buy a box of cookies, grab some chips, do whatever, but by the same token, it's just as easy to make something and at least try and make it a little bit better for us. A lot of people, I don't know, this seems to be one of those things you either love or you hate, but I adore carrot cake. And honestly, I just use a box one. Nothing wrong with it. They have access to stuff that I don't, so a prepared cake mix can be really, really good. But I play around with it. I don't just follow the base instructions. And you'll see as we go some of the changes I've made and just how a simple box cake can be taken up to that next level. So, just as all cakes require, we need 2/3 of a cup of oil, 1 cup of milk or water, 3 eggs. I'm going to be changing and adding a few things as we go. I've got my oven preset to 350 degrees, and I think we are about set. So, if we take a second here, and it works, we change over our cam. You can see I've just got a few things ready and prepared here. But one of the first things we have to do is get our, pan ready, which I should have done beforehand. But I wasn't thinking. So, what we need is just some butter. And there we go. I like actually using the wrapper from the butter with what's stuck to it. This way nothing goes to waste. And I don't put a ton on. This is just going to help the cake. Only thing is you get buttery fingers. This is just going to help the cake come out so it doesn't stick as much. If you want, you can flour it, but I find if I'm using my glassware, it doesn't stick enough that I have to really worry about it. So for right now, we'll put that aside. We're going to get our bowl out, and as you see, we are playing with some new camera angles, and our new little mascot's out to play as well. So, let's start off real quick and simple. 3 eggs with no shell. It doesn't want to behave. So just our 3 eggs. Get rid of the shells. Whoops. Yeah. You see, when you want something and you aren't thinking straight, this is what happens. I'm just going to whip these up just a little bit. Just basically break them up so that, let's get you a better view of that maybe. There we go. Because the less mixing we have to do once the cake is in there, the mix is in there, the more tender the cake will be, the softer it'll be. Next, we're going to add our 1 cup of milk. But what I've done, because I am going to be adding some pineapple to this mix, is I took the juice, I drained it into my measuring cup, I had about half a cup of juice, so then I just added half a cup of milk. As long as we had the 1 cup of liquid that we needed. And then finally we need 2/3 of a cup of oil. I'm just using corn oil, but you can use vegetable oil, you could use anything you like. You want to use avocado oil, okay. I even use just plain old standard olive oil. And no, it doesn't make your cake taste like olives. Next, our cake mix goes in. And again, I'm just going to stir this a little bit to get the base together. I don't want to overwork this. I'm sure you've had cakes or muffins that have like those tunnels running through them. You know what I mean? It's like big holes that kind of looks like a worm has like snaked its way through your cake. Well, that's from overmixing, and that's the last thing you want to do. So now that it's just sort of coming together, we're going to add our crushed pineapple. If you want to use diced pineapple, feel free. I just find there we go. I just find, and I'm switching to a spatula now because otherwise all that pineapple is just going to end up getting stuck in my whisk. And I'm just folding in. Folding is just you go around the side, you pull it towards the middle, towards the side, pull it to the middle. Very simple. And this is the exact same technique you would use if you're folding egg whites, if you're making a mousse or a souffle or something. Just around and over. Around and over. I'm not trying to beat this to like crazy. I just want it all mixed together. So as you see, we've already just taken a standard cake mix, and by adding a little bit of fruit to it, made it a little bit better. I'm also going to add a small handful, 2 handfuls, it's maybe half a cup, just some raisins, nothing special. I like the difference in texture it gives. Plus they're nice, they're sweet, and they taste really good, so why not? And if it means I can get that little extra layer of goodness in a dessert, why not? If you want to add nuts, feel free. Pecans, walnuts, almonds, they all work really well. And normally I would add almonds. I don't have any, so we make do with what we have. Okay? And that's it. How hard is this? Now, I'm not going to call this a guilt-free cake, but I am going to call it a little bit better than just the box. So now we just scrape everything out of our bowl. Don't want to waste any of it. That goes away. Give our hands a little white. Give it a shake just to make sure it's all in there. And into, as I said, our 350 oven. This now is going to cook for 30 minutes. So I've set my timer there. And once this is done, now, there we are. Adding the extra cameras adds extra steps. So once this is done, we're going to take it out of the oven. We're going to let it cool for about half an hour. And then we're just going to put some good old-fashioned cream cheese. Whoops, where are we going here? Cream cheese frosting. Real simple. So taking a standard cake, adding some fruits, just raises nutrition a little bit. Makes you feel a little bit less guilty about having 2 pieces instead of just 1. And that's also part of my reason for using the big square pan, the big rectangular pan, is I don't feel so bad about taking another piece when it's only a single layer cake. So, there we are. So, we'll come back in about an hour. We'll have this all ready, and we'll show you what's done. I think I might do something else in the meantime as well. So, let's see what happens. So, until then, we'll see y'all in about an hour. Hello everyone, and welcome back. It's been an hour. We now have some really good smelling cake in front of me. While that was going, we did another video that I really hope you check out. Basically, it was testing out one of these recipes from Tasty. You've all seen their videos on Facebook and some on YouTube where they take a few things, they throw them together, and magically it turns into a whatever. And it looks so simple and so easy, but do they work? Well, I decided to try one, and the results were, well, less than stunning. But for that, you're going to have to check out the other video. In the meantime, we have our carrot cake out. And it looks and smells so good. So this is cold. It's still a bit warm, but it's cool enough just to put a simple icing on. Feel free to make your own icing. To do a really simple cheesecake frosting, or not cheesecake, cream cheese frosting. Cheesecake frosting would just be incredible. But that would be a whole different dessert. All you really need is some cream cheese that you whip up, some icing sugar. That's about it. Some vanilla would be nice. But I just wanted to really... This isn't about icing the cake. I had the icing, that's why I'm using it. And honestly, most of the time, I don't even ice my cakes. But cheesecake, sorry. I'm still sort of shaken up by the Tasty video. But let's face it, carrot cake and cream cheese icing are just sort of made for each other. Long before red velvet cake came out. So, like I said, I just want to get that on there. I just want to show you the final. This still has to cool a little bit before we eat it. And there we go. Nothing hard, nothing special, but licking the icing off my fingers. But at least if you're going to make a simple dessert, add to it. Change it up a little bit. Just don't make a straight box carrot cake. Turn around and make it your own. Pineapple, raisins, walnuts. Add some coconut to it. Give it a little tropical vibe. Throw a little extra vanilla in there. Or if you're really feeling adventurous, because we have the pineapple, add a shot of rum. And just, as long as you keep the liquids the same. So as you saw, I had that half cup of pineapple juice. It called for a cup of milk, so all I did was I added half a cup of milk and I got a cup of liquid. So don't overbeat your mix. Don't overbeat your cakes. Come out more tender, more moist, more everything. And there we go. Our new little mascot had to say hello. He's been in the video in the background the entire time. And if you were the one who sent it to me, thank you ever so much. I have no clue who did. There was no information on the box other than my address. Which is the other worrying thing. I don't know how they got it, but that's something else. So, if you liked this video, it was a little bit easy, a little bit fun. It was more about a technique and learning to modify than the actual recipe itself. If you like what I do, please hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. It shows me that you care about the content and that you like the content I'm putting out. And it also shows YouTube that, hey, this guy knows what he's doing. So, until next time, as always, my name is Andrew B. I am the 5 p.m. chef. And until we meet again, bye.